Hello, welcome to this Spinal Flow. I'm Carrie from Core Strength Pilates. All you need to enjoy this little exercise is your mat and a head cushion if you need it. All right, let's go. So come sitting however you're most comfortable. For me, it's crossing the legs. So I can sit nice and tall, lengthen through the crown of the head. Everything today is about the spine, okay? Coming into your lateral flexion, bring your arms down in line with your hips. Take a breath in as you bring the arm up. Breathing out sequentially, lateral flex over and anchor that hip down, get into the side. And then initiate with those ribs to come back up. Same thing on the other side. I like to breathe out as it goes. It feels more natural. Most important is just breathe. One more on each side in your own time. Lengthen as you come up. Last one on the other side. Good. And now we're going to add on some rotation. Ready? You're going to lateral flex over and then start with your arm and then your head. Come into just an upper spine rotation. Reach gently with that arm. Then de-rotate. Initiate with that rib to come back up. Nice. Ready? Other side. Lateral flexion. Rotate. De-rotate. And then come up. One more on each side in your own time. Good. And then from there, we're going to do rotation of the spine. So sitting nice and tall, bring the arm across your body, lengthen through the crown of the head. Ready? Take a breath in. As you breathe out, start with the head, gently and sequentially rotate all the way around. Make sure those ribs are not popping up. They need to be down in neutral. Breathing in to come to center. Same thing on the other side. So when you go through this little flow, I just want you to literally picture yourself as a skeleton. Think about the spine. Everything is sequential. So starting with the head, working your way. So cervical, thoracic spine, rotating under those ribs, initiating the reversing it as you come back. Good. Same thing on the other side. Good. And then come, so I'm going to face this way into a spine stretch forward prep. So my heels of my feet, the soles of my feet are together. My knees are wide. My hands are down so it feels nice and supported. Sitting really tall on the spine. So nodding the chin towards the chest. So this is the most important part. When you do flexion of the upper spine, you first nod that chin towards the chest. So you're working all the way through the cervical spine and then the thoracic spine. And then from there, you're going to hinge forward and lengthen through the crown of the head. Good. And then reverse it. So restack that pelvis into neutral, restack the spine. Good. Tiny little movement, loads of joy. Let's go. 2 more. Take it slow. Again, working sequentially. Don't force any movement. Last one. Good. Coming up, bringing your knees now hip distance apart, so in line with the hip bones, feet are flat, having your hands underneath. We're going to do sitting extension. So start to look up, and now I'm going to widen those collarbones. So draw those shoulders back and send my heart up towards the ceiling. My hands are kind of giving me the extra push, and then I'm going to restack the spine. Good. 2 more. Breathe out as you extend, push, push. Breathe in to come to neutral. Last one. Good. You're going to do a full roll back. So if this is not for you, just come gently down. And then ready? You're going to draw the belly in slowly. Replace the spine down on the mat. And then everyone give themselves a full body stretch because, oh my goodness, they're the best. And then bringing your arms down by your side. Your pelvis is in neutral, so you're going to engage the lower core, bring one foot in, then the other foot without losing that neutral pelvis. Nice. Ready? From here, we're going to start with pelvic tilts. So draw the belly in, so engaging the abdominals, and then you're going to slowly imprint the low back into the mat, and then breathing in to go the other way. So a gentle pelvic extension. So I have a prolapse disc, so it's not the most comfortable thing for me, so I only do a tiny bit. I never force extension. One more of those. And then bringing your pelvis into neutral. Good. Spine curls. So make sure that your inner thighs, so your adductors are active, right? So your knees and everything on your midline is strong. Imprint your low back. Sequentially lift the spine up, going through every little joint there in the spine. At the top, you want to make sure your feet are directly underneath your knees. Squeeze those glutes to bring your hips up, ribs down. Breath in. As you breathe out, my knees are going over my toes, so we elongate down, reverse it, so you go back through the low back, and then bring the pelvis into neutral. Nice. 2 more. Good. And then you're going to do 1, adding on your rib cage closure. So breathing out as you bring your hips up. Breathing in, bring your arms back behind you, just to the point where those ribs are still connected in neutral. Breathing out, send the knees over your toes to elongate down, this fantastic stretch and lengthening of the spine. Breathing in, arms down by your side. Good. This time you're going to come into the top of your spine, curl and hold, leaving your arms down by your side. Make sure again that your feet are directly underneath your knees. Glutes are working, hips are open, my ribs are down. So I have that perfect little ski slope there. Ready? We're going to do rotation of the lower spine with hip drops. Ready? You're going to let that left glute go, and then let that drop. Then lift. I didn't say that very well. And the other side, let the right glute release. And then fire it up to bring those hips into neutral. Nice. Finishing with the right side. So you're in the top of your spine curl. And again, arms back behind you, ribcage closure. Breathing out, send those knees over your toes, slowly elongating back down into the mat. Bring your arms down by your side, but into a low V. Knees together, feet together, ready for hip rolls. So I've slid my feet just a little further away, so it's a nice comfortable position. Ready? Take a breath in as you breathe out. Keep those feet stacked as you roll them over gently, control to one side. Lengthen that top left hip down. Use your obliques to bring everything into center. Breathing out the other side. So slowly controlled, rotating from the lower spine. Good. Finishing with your hip rolls on the opposite side. So I'm going off to my left. Coming into center. Lengthen your legs away. Give yourself a full body stretch. We're going to do 3 full roll-ups. If you can't do a full roll-up, come back up and do the spine stretch forward. So you're just doing the flexion of the upper spine. Otherwise, arms towards the ceiling. Again, most important there, nod the chin towards the chest and then send the ribs down, coming up into a spine stretch forward. And then find that head cushion. If your low back is tight, it feels so much better to do these with a head cushion. And you're going to do 2 more. Listen to your body. I'm obviously a bit tight today. I normally can touch my toes, and you know what? That's totally cool. I'm not going to force it. There's no reason to. Well, there's every reason not to, if I'm honest. Good. When you're done, just take a moment there while everyone catches up. Remove your head cushion, come into your 4-point kneeling. Shoulders are back and engaged, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You have that gentle low back curve. Ready? Tail wags. In the neutral spine, you're just sending your hips side to side, mobilizing the lower spine through lateral flexion. Even yourself up and then come into neutral. Ready? Cat. Draw the belly in, tuck that pelvis under, ripple through the spine, drop the head, breath in, breathing out to come back into neutral. One more of those. Start with that pelvis. Really focus on the pelvic flexion, ripple through the spine. And then you're going to come into a cow. So I'm in neutral. I'm going to draw the shoulders back, so opening those collarbones wide. Gently let my pelvis come into extension and look up a little bit, and then come into neutral. Again, listen to your backs on this. If you have low back pain, tight, or anything, this is going to be a very subtle exercise for you, and that is cool. Coming into neutral. And then rotation of the spine with thread the needle. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Bring that right hand just behind the left wrist. Bend that left elbow as you go directly under. Oh, it feels so nice. And then coming all the way back up. Continue. You're going to do 2 on each side. When you start, initiate with both elbows bending. That helps to keep your spine in alignment. Otherwise, you tend to go off to the side and work out of alignment. Work slowly. One more set. Coming up into neutral. When you're ready, you're going to bring your hands forward. I'm going to move back so I don't go off the camera here. Everyone ready? Good. You're going to draw the shoulders back. Bring the hips down towards the floor into your cat ripple. Engage the belly. Bring the hips back towards the feet. Leave your hands where they are. Sitting back for a lovely shoulder stretch. Look at your feet. Coming back up via a cat. And then here's neutral, and now sequential extension. Good. Coming back onto your feet. Good. And then gently coming all the way forward, down onto your mat, into your prone position. We'll start with our heels flopped in. Ribs are in neutral, so tucked under, ready for diamond press. Nose is down and under. Roll the nose forward. Lift from the back of the hand, grow through the crown of the head, and then send the nose down and under. One more. Nice. Cobra prep, hands into that capital E so your shoulders are down and organized. You never want them to lift by your ears. First, come into your diamond press, and then lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the shoulders back, and come into that spinal extension. And reverse it down. One more of those. And then coming into your full cobra, whichever version suits you. Again, this is not my stellar exercise, and it doesn't matter. Everything you do, listen to your body. Most important is that those shoulders don't rise up near the ears. Don't let this become a shoulder exercise. It's a spinal exercise. Core and spine mobility. Good. When you finish with that one, you're going to sit back onto your heels into your rest position. So knees wide, big toes together. You can have your arms forward if you like a good stretch. I just like to rest my head onto my hands and take a breath in. Good. And then I'm going to come back into a seated position. Okay, so we're going to do saw. Again, I can't. Normally saw is with your legs straight and out. You can do it on a block if that suits. You can also do it with your spine stretch forward start position with the soles of the feet together, so you're in a nice sort of supported position. Personally, I am most comfortable with my spine really long, sitting like this. And that's absolutely fine because it's a spinal exercise. Ready? Arms out to the side, shoulders down and engaged. You're going to sequentially rotate. So starting with the head, rotate so the arms are forward. Nodding your chin towards the chest, working your way through, and then as I hinge from the hips forward, I'm going to bring my arms, that's the saw, restack, bring the arms back to the start position, and de-rotate. Other side. Start with the head, rotating over. Nod your chin towards the chest, saw forward. Restack, de-rotate. Nice. One more on each side in your own time. Good. When you're done, just bring your arms down back on the mat in line with your hips. Ready? My absolute favorite, sitting lateral flexion. We begin with it, we end with it, going over. So now your spine has gone through all the different ranges of movement. So we've done flexion from the top and from the bottom of the spine. We've done rotation, we've done extension from the upper spine, and now we're doing the lateral flexion. And those are all the movements of the spine. Nice. Finishing up there so you're even with that lateral flexion. Really enjoy. Coming up, roll the shoulders back. Thank you so much for joining. If you've enjoyed this, I would love some comments or let me know what you think. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.